It's just a great organization. You got to send your kid.
We are Royal Servants International. We come from the United States and are here to share with you our faith in Jesus Christ.
Hello, my name's Tom Ives, and I'm director of Royal Servants International. I've been with this organization for over 20 years. Now, if you're a parent watching this video, you probably don't know a whole lot about who we are. And I understand that you face an important decision as you consider sending your son or daughter overseas this summer. Let me take a few minutes to tell you a little bit more about who we are and our vision to develop in students a great commandment heart and a great commission lifestyle. Much has changed since 9/11, but the Great Commission remains the same. Go, therefore, and make disciples of all the nations. Royal Servants believes that students are an important part of the fulfillment of the Great Commission, whether through language exchange in China, working in remote villages in Romania, sharing in schools and orphanages in Nepal, or throughout the streets of Europe. Royal Servants is committed to take students and go. Wherever Royal Servants works, our desire is to partner together with missionaries and national churches to build up and enhance local and indigenous ministries. Is this a glorified vacation? Not in the least. Each student will be involved in serious kingdom work. We also know that God will use this experience to broaden their worldview, expose them to the compelling needs of the world, and to create in them a missions heart, what we like to call a great commandment heart.
It does build that responsibility in them. It's a completely safe environment. It's a thing that's going to challenge them, and it's going to change their household, their home, and their community and their church.
The Bible says to love the Lord your God with all of your heart, all of your soul, and with all of your mind. Often, students do that best by being put in a new environment where they will put away distractions, be stretched by God, and spend focused time in His Word. Royal Servants intentionally disciples each student during the summer by placing them in small groups, which we call discipleship groups. These D groups are made of one staff discipler to 4 students. Significant time is set aside each day for Bible study, prayer, memorization, as well as processing their quiet times in their D groups together.
They are discipled and mentored and invested in all summer long with a discipleship group. And they have an opportunity to see discipleship lived out because they are experiencing it, and it's modeled for them so that they in return have an opportunity to go and do the same with other people.
This intentional discipleship is part of what God uses to soften and heal, expand and excite the hearts of each student during the summer. Our desire is that your son and daughter fall in love in new and fresh ways with the God who created them. This is what we call having a great commandment heart. As the father of 2 teenage children, I think I'm right in saying that though God is sovereign, I need to be concerned about their safety. Royal Servants goes to great lengths to ensure the safety of every individual.
Well, I think that parents should feel comfortable with having their kids come to this camp and go international.
The reason I was impressed with Royal Servants from the beginning was just the way that everything is set up.
In any country where the potential of danger may arise, we are in contact with local believers to help accurately assess the situation. Our team leaders also have contingency plans should an emergency occur.
Each one of the team leaders have been in youth ministry for a number of years. They're trained and they have had a lot of overseas experience themselves. So if a crisis arises, they know how to handle the situation.
Practically speaking, each Royal Servant is required to go in groups of 3, sometimes 5, always with a male or a summer staff discipler. In case of an emergency, such as an illness or an injury, Royal Servants will not hesitate to take that student to the doctor or to make sure that they get medical care at a hospital.
This summer when I was in Nepal, I got sick and I needed to get some medical attention, and the leadership took me to a hospital and I was able to get care, and now I feel much better.
Wherever we are and in whatever we do, we will step out in faith, but tempered with wisdom and caution, because we know that as a parent, you're entrusting us with your greatest treasure, your son or daughter.
When I met the leadership, it was really exciting because my leader especially just really seemed to fit our team, and so they were able to instill discipline, but I felt so confident and safe with them.
One of the strengths of Royal Servants is found in its team leaders. 90% of the teams are led by full-time Royal Servant staff or those who've been on staff. They love teenagers. They are mature, men and women of proven character and integrity who possess the gifts and skills to be able to teach and apply biblical principles into the lives of students and maintain that delicate balance between discipline and fun. Royal Servants teams are not led by volunteers, but are staffed by missions professionals. Is your son or daughter looking for a tangible way to serve God this summer? As a parent, you have an awesome and sometimes overwhelming responsibility to help them choose wisely. Let me assure you that should they choose Royal Servants, they will be in a structured environment where they will experience intense spiritual growth and develop healthy, appropriate, loving relationships as they focus on Scripture and experience the love of the students around them. They will see God work through them, feel God work in them, and throughout it all, have a whole lot of fun.
Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name.